You know the old tagline for 3D, get sucked into the experience? This is like the one movie where you're probably not gonna want that to literally happen. Yeah, gonna switch glasses. Great if it was one of those old theater gimmick movies. It'd be a great opportunity. During the movie, they could fill up the theater with water. You know, potentially drowning you, but hey, it's all part of the experience. Yeah, I'm gonna take these off. It's nighttime. So as every single commercial and trailer like to point out, it's James Cameron's Sanctum. Not that he actually directed or really had anything to do with this movie other than giving it money. He was somehow attached to it. The trailer for this movie was just extremely laughable. Like some sort of competition, if you will, to see how many cliche lines they could shove in there, and they do get a lot. They were just spouting them out with no class at all. Save for Ioan Gruffudd, the cast is made up of relative unknowns, and it's one of those casts of movies where the people look like they're people really famous, like, hey, is that... No, it's not. Like, when you see him in one angle, you think it's like Brad Pitt, and you see him in another angle, it's like Jonah Hill. Actually, both of them are famous. That was a terrible analogy. I'm sorry, but this cast, it's kind of like that. The story is something that's been done many times before in many different ways. All the characters' relationships are incredibly cliche. Like, this is the definition of a cliche movie. I know movie critics use this word so very, very often, a ridiculous amount, but this is like the definition of a cliche movie. Every single relationship with a character has been something that is around in movies for decades, and it's not like one of those movies that's paying homage to something like that. It's just really, really bland and uninteresting, and you know what's going to happen at every turn. These are basic stock characters, and it's not even like the actors put any personal effects to them. The point of an exposition to a survival movie is to make you really like these characters, have them have interesting backgrounds, have them... Usually they'll have them set up with a problem, and they need to get out of that problem. It's usually like an emotional, like a husband and wife or something, and so at the end of the movie they can rekindle their love or something. Yeah, it's something like that. But this movie, it fails on all those things, and that's what's supposed to make you drive through this movie. Like, come on, make it, make it, make it. That's not there. That is what drives survival movies, and that's not there. The only redeemable thing is some of the diving scenes I thought were incredibly well directed, but besides that, there's not much in this movie. A lot of it reminds me of Poseidon, and if you're wondering if that's a comment, I'm talking about the remake, so no, it's not a good thing. It goes from being completely over the top to pretty much being nothing at all very quickly, and by nothing at all, I mean the actors literally delivering no emotion in their lines, like, I don't want to die down here. Oh, well, do you want to die 10 feet up? They still continue to make a lot of movies like this, and I see potential to do new and interesting things, but this movie just doesn't do that. But contrary to what you might think of this review, by this review, I really don't hate this movie. It's just a lot of mediocrity. So I'll give this movie a 5 out of 10. I can see some people liking it. I can see some people hating it. Whatever. A lot of times when you're watching a trailer for the movie and like halfway through you can tell it's just going to be one of those movies where things go horribly wrong and horribly off plan, and it makes you just want to like go into the movie and show the people the trailer so they know what's going to happen. But in this movie, I just kind of hate all the characters, so it's like, what could go wrong diving in games? Well, you're going to find out, bitch.